The house of the ants does not need a manhole. You're welcome, viewers, to yet another episode. And the paper is still PMP of June 5 to 8, 2003. We're going to page 3. The first story being Woman 54 strips naked in public. I believe I showed it in my previous video. Namshi. A 58-year-old woman who was identified as Madame Mary Pokua, a native of Wenchi in the Brown Ahafo region on Thursday, May 22nd, stunned the traders and pedestrians within AdaM in Kumasi to the core when she ran berserk and stripped herself naked. Paragraph. Pokua decided to strip naked apparently to scare people away from her arrest when she was caught in the act buying a number of wax prints and in turn was using fake currency notes to pay for them. According to Mr. Gideon Ohene Boating of the Ashanti Regional Police Relations Directorate of the Ghana Police Service, on the day of the incident, Mary Pokua, who was described later by many Kumasi residents who spotted her at the police station as a notorious criminal, allegedly went to one of the shops in AdaM under the guise of buying some wax prints for resale. Full stop paragraph. Mr. Boating reiterated that when her choices were given to her, Pokua was said to have opened her handbag and brought out nicely wrapped bundles of city notes, which she used to pay the shop owner, Madame Ifya Sapon. After paying, and on her way out, Madame Ifya Sapon's daughter, who happened to be there at that moment out of suspicion, asked her mother to let Pokua wait until she finished checking the money. She said so because she suspected Pokua as the same woman who came to their shop about 2 years ago to dupe them by using fake currency notes to buy a number of wax prints and went scot-free. PMP gathered that based on the advice, Pokua was asked to wait until after they finished counting the money. But to the shock of all, the supposed nicely wrapped currency notes turned to be ordinary papers wrapped with 20,000 cedi notes on both sides to look like genuine notes. Full stop. The moment the dubious deal was detected, Pokua allegedly quickly stripped herself naked and started running away. She was given a hot chase by onlookers. Full stop. Luckily for them, they met the police patrol team at AdaM, who quickly rushed her to the police station for further interrogation. Full stop. Upon interrogation, Pokua was said to have confessed her guilt, but pleaded for forgiveness. The police source said Pokua has since been remanded in police custody and will be made to appear before court as soon as investigations are completed. Story from Ohene Foster, Kumasi. Well, we haven't seen it, but we have to believe it. Okay. Pardon me again for reading. I have to alert the public for this. Maybe you may be eating or you may not like to hear some words. So I read it already in my introduction, and I have to read it again. So you can hold your breath for 20 seconds or 30 seconds. Man eats own feces at police station. Yes. The police at the Okosombo Charge Office were on May 6th in for a shock when a 19-year-old young man, Kwesi Michael, an employed man from Pong in the Odumasi Krobo district, was dragged to the police station for stealing, openly eased himself, mixed it with urine, and gobbled it up to the disgust of all present. The police, who initially thought that Kwesi was abnormal, later found out that he was sane and that he did what he did with the intention that he would be considered abnormal and released to go scot-free. Uh, PMP gathered that based on the advice Pokua was asked, no, sorry for not to go scot-free. Sorry, I'm still on man its own physics. Paragraph. According to the police inspector Emilia Ebehiaki, on May 6th at about 12:30 p.m., the complainant Bernard Owusu, a mechanical engineer and resident at Okosombo, said he was resting in his room when Kwesi sneaked into the house and without noticing his presence, took some mangoes and ate them all. Oh my God, mangoes, just mangoes. Oh, Ghana. Eh? Oh, mangoes. Hmm? Took some mangoes and ate them all. After satisfying himself with the mangoes and thinking there was no one around, thought the environment conducive enough to carry out his operations. Oh, I see. Mhm. He then reached his hand to a drying line, removed two short-sleeved shirts, and quickly left his house. And quickly left the house. These are all participants. I don't know. Okay. Paragraph. Bernard Owusu Bernard also, at the moment, followed Kwesi, raised an alarm, and he was arrested. He was consequently led to the police, who during interrogations admitted stealing the items. Full stop. It was when he was put behind the counter that he eased himself and ate it to the shock of all gathered. Story by Francis L. Sakite Akosombo. Okay, next story. Pregnant experts arrested. Preg no pregnancy expert. Sorry. I think in the introduction I read the wrong thing. Pregnancy experts arrested. Hmm? The police at Pong in the Maisha Krobo district of the Eastern region have arrested a 30-year-old man for allegedly termination for illegal termination of a 4-month-old pregnancy, which a 15-year-old was carrying for him. According to a family source, the accused, Samuel Nwonu, 30, was unemployed living in Pong. Later last year, Samuel befriended the victim, Popovi Gatoga, 15, a pupil of the Presby Primary School in the town. Paragraph. It was alleged that though Popovi's parents objected to her relationship with the accused, she rather intensified her love for the accused. Full stop. Early this year, her parents detected that she was pregnant. In the middle of May this year, Nowono invited Popovi and gave her a herbal concoction to take to abort the pregnancy. She also naively took the medicine, but on reaching home, she started bleeding profusely and revealed that Nowonu gave her some kind of medicine to drink. Uh, she later went into coma and was rushed to the Atua government hospital near Somanya. where she was admitted and discharged after treatment. A medical report con- confirmed the crime. A report was then lodged with the police, who caused the arrest of Nwono and was granted police bail. PMP further investigations revealed that Nwono's relatives contacted Gbogbovi's relatives to allow the case to be settled amicably out of court, but the victims' relatives also insisted they pay for the medical expenses before they make the next step. Paragraph. Sorry, meanwhile, Afi Bokbovi's mother expressed her disgust at the issue and revealed to a PMP that the law would take its course if Noweni's relatives failed to pay for the expenses. From Prosper Ganyo Pong. Okay. Uh, Next story. Mystery deaths at Nima. Nima is a suburb of Accra, the capital of Ghana. Mm. Uh, The mysterious manner in which two children aged 4 and 5 were murdered near the premises of the Christ Apostolic Church Nima branch, Accra, keeps baffling the police, their parents, the church management, as well as residents of the area. Full stop. Paragraph. The victims, Ebenezer Amate and David Akwiran, were both found dead on May 12th and their bodies dumped in an abandoned sports car parked near an uncompleted building about 300 meters away from the church. PMP was informed that the previous day, May 11, at about 9:30 a.m., the victims, in the company of their parents, Mrs. Margaret Ahiran and Mrs. Mary Amate, arrived from their various homes to attend church service. Full stop. Immediately on arrival at the church premises, the mothers, as usual, led their sons to the Sunday school being held at the ground floor of the church building. Full stop. By midday, the Sunday school was over, and the teacher asked them to join their parents upstairs. But strangely enough, the two boys were missing. Their parents, who had searched everywhere for them desperately but could not find them, later became alarmed and informed the pastors and elders of the church. When there was still no clue to trace them by night, a report was made to the police. The police, in turn, had a radio announcement made, but still the children were not found even after the announcements were made. Paragraph. It was not until about 6 p.m. on May 12th that some Muslims who were on their way to pray in the premises of the uncompleted building found their bodies in the grounded vehicle and alerted the police. Paragraph. At the scene, though the police detected no marks of violence or assault on their bodies, the victim was said to have had dry blood patches on the base of the nose, which meant that he bled through his nostrils, while Amate apparently foamed and had blood patches in the mouth and nose. Paragraph. The police, suspecting that the two innocent children might have been strangled to death, conveyed their bodies to the police hospital mortuary to wait post-mortem. Last paragraph. The police are now on the look. The police are now on the lookout for alleged murderers and urge the general public to volunteer any information to them to bring the perpetrators to book by Stella Guni. All right, next story: instant justice. We started as a harmless. Sorry, what started? I'm sorry. uh, viewers, pardon me. What started as a harmless quarrel between two siblings, allegedly over the sharing of the property of their deceased father, turned into a bloodbath at Abosomasi near Akwapim, Mampong in the eastern region. Paragraph. The misunderstanding between Samuel Otin Sechere, a farmer, and his sister Theodora Sechere, alias Tutua, got to the climax recently when, after visiting the farm of their deceased father and allegedly realizing that his sister, with whom he was at loggerheads, had been there earlier to harvest some plantain, Otin followed her home and picked a quarrel with her. Full stop. Paragraph. As usual, eyewitnesses managed to separate them and were later arraigned before Nana Yao. Before Nana Yao Tete the Fourth for an arbitration and ordered Otin to compensate her sister with a bottle of schnapps for being at fault. PMP gathered, paragraph, PMP gathered that Tua's son, Eric Botti, resident at the Sawam, later visited home and, upon hearing of the scuffle between his uncle and mother, confronted him. He allegedly later left Obosumasi and returned with 5 macho men to attack his uncle. Oten, paragraph, Oten, upon seeing the danger ahead, after the macho men had allegedly beaten up his children, let me take it. Otin, upon seeing the danger ahead, after the macho man had allegedly beaten up his children, quickly marshaled some supporters to defend himself. Full stop. In the ensuing free-for-all fight with cutlasses and other sharp objects, one Audu Muhammad, one of the macho men, lost his right hand and was rushed to the Mampontete Kwashi Memorial Hospital and later transferred to the 37 Military Hospital in Accra. Full stop. 3 of the alleged macho men were arrested to the Mampong police station while one managed to take to his heels. Full stop. Paragraph. When PMP contacted the Mampong Akwapim police, the district's commander, Chief Superintendent Emmanuel K. Blejuma, confirmed the story and said that the accused persons have since appeared before the Akropong Circuit Court and remanded in prison custody. Story by Solomon Nowood. We're going to the last story on the page. That's page 3. Husband demand 500,000 from man he caught with his wife. If you catch a man with your wife, do you ask for money? I don't know. Does it make sense? I've caught my wife with another man. Then I ask the man to pay me. Were you already wishing for that? Okay, let's go. What on earth prompted a well-respected retired educationist to stoop so low to demand 500,000 cedis from a neighbor whom he allegedly caught red-handed making love to his wife is what residents of the Tema New Town are, are, are hard put are trying to unravel. Of course, of course, of course. Uh, Paragraph. Worst of all, the 67-year-old Mr. Michael Ajay, who confronted the rather energetic 35-year-old, the alleged rival, to demand his charge of 500,000, was again given a severe beating, resulting in a bruised face and a torn shirt, while Kofi Poku, the rival, went away unscathed. Things are happening in this world. Okay. Uh, Paragraph. Information available to PNP indicate that Mr. Ajay and his wife Beatrice, a trader, have been happily married for the past 15 years until recently when they started having petty quarrels because he suspected his wife of dating other men in the neighborhood. Uh, on February 17 in the night, the old man reportedly returned home very late from town only to meet Poku on their matrimonial bed having a good time. When he wanted to raise an alarm, both his wife and Poku allegedly pleaded for forgiveness, while Poku promised to pay him a compensation of 500,000 cedis for his unruly behavior. Okay, is the man who initiated it. Hmm? The outsider, or them calling the lover, rather promised the husband that amount of money, and he also accepted. Can you imagine that? Okay. For his unruly behavior. This promise, however, failed to see fruition until last month when Ajay's patience ran out and he confronted him for the money. Poku rather took offense and assaulted him. It was when eyewitnesses wanted to know the cause of the misunderstanding that the cat was let out of the bag. Last paragraph. When PMP contacted Mr. Ajay, he admitted seeing Poku and his wife in bed and also accepting the 500,000 compensation by PMP reporter. And sort of, okay, I think that's it. Yes, that's what it is. And that was page 3. We're going to page 4. See what is there for us. Living. Suffer no more in silence. Nikki will give you solutions to most of your beauty and slimming products problems. Are you overeating to numb the pain? Stepping out in style. Okay, for the women, I think we started reading it. Let's go. Open toe sandals and slip-ons are in, and I'm getting many. Need I go on? A question. Yes, it's open toe shoe season, and that means about rough spots, corns, calluses, and all those other pesky problems that plague your feet. It's time to get your nails in tip-top. It's time to get your nails in tip-top shape before you go wearing any revealing footwear. Full stop. Your feet need lots of tender loving care. Full stop. From a good pedicure to a sexy soak. I have the 5 steps to getting beautiful feet even after a salon pedicure. Now, back to our regularly scheduled feature, your free beauty tips. Mm. Uh, Sudsy is spelled Sudsy. Sudsy. From a good pedicure to a sudsy soak. Sudsy spelled Sudsy. Uh, so let's continue. Soften your skin by filling a basin with warm water and add the juice of a lemon with 1 cup oatmeal. Then there are signs like this. instead of one, two, three or so. So finger one, soak feet for 10 minutes. This is good for the women in particular. Soak feet for 10 minutes. While soaking, rub the oatmeal all over your feet to exfoliate. Finger two, rinse with warm water. Okay, the two fingers are under 1.1. Then point two, make a highly effective foot tonic by heating a cup of milk, 1 tablespoon dry mint leaves, 1 teaspoon rosemary, and some teaspoon peppermint extract. Uh, one, finger one, or point one. Apply the mixture to feet with a clean dry cloth. Point two, rush off residue and wrap feet in plastic wrap. Wait for 5 minutes and rinse thoroughly. Then 3.3, get rid of corns by soaking your feet in warm salt water. Buff, figure one, or point one. Buff is spelled B-U-F-F. Buff the affected area with a coarse emery board, and then apply a pineapple juice for 5 minutes over the corn. The enzymes will help to further dissolve the corn. Then followed by thick, thick printing. Make your pedicure last. Make your pedicure last twice as long by choosing a metallic polish. Those polishes contain minerals that adhere to the nail better and give off a flattering sheen from any foot. Then the next topic: Are you overeating to numb the pain? Okay, we'll go to the story. Although Although unfortunate, many individuals have endured physical, sexual, emotional, or verbal abuse at the hands and tongues of those people they were taught to trust and respect. Full stop. Abuses such as these, such as these, may develop into long-term suffering. Are you wondering when will the attack occur again? What's wrong with me? What have I done to cause this? These doubts about oneself and the fears that start to underlie underlie every moment of one's life take a toll on the overall emotional and physical well-being. Stop. This toll from past abuse may result in one finger again, mood swings, star withdrawal, then finger two, sexual problems, then three, anxiety, then eating disorders. Okay. The tremendous effect this abuse has upon eating behaviors and weight problems is insurmountable, mostly causing compulsive overeating and bulimia nervosa, into brackets, bingering and purging. Let me spell bulimia nervosa. Bulimia nervosa is spelled Bulimia. Then nervosa, Nervosa. Bulimia nervosa, into brackets, binging, sorry, into brackets, binging and purging. Binging spelled Bingeing, and purging, Purging. Full stop. Yes, brackets close, full stop. Full stop. Because because they've been abused, these individuals tend to fund Because they've been abused, these individuals turn to food as an escape from the pain. Full stop. The food serves to nurture them and make them feel safe. Full stop. At times, the excess weight serves as armor for them to use as a protection against sexuality. Full stop. Sometimes the individuals believe into brackets either consciously or unconsciously brackets close that if they have the excess protection in the form of fatty tissue, no one will ever hurt them again. Full stop. Further, some obsessed individuals believe that their fat is needed in order to protect the internal organs from physical abuse. Full stop. Both the abuser and the abused have similar underlying feelings, such as of star one, failure, star two, abandonment, three, relationship, star four, intimacy, five, death, six, poor health, seven, being alone, eight, loss of loved ones, and nine, criticism, etc. Next paragraph. Control issues are a part of what causes this vicious cycle. Full stop. The abusers feel they can control their partner, and the abused partner begins to internalize his ideas. To internalize his idea. Next sentence. When the abused partner is enduring the abuse, into brackets or abuses, or the abuse, sorry, she or he, S in bracket comment, making it either she or he may begin to think that the attention is better than being abandoned, like a parent may have done. That's in brackets. That in parents, sorry, think that his attention is better being abandoned into brackets like a parent may have done. Okay, last paragraph. The abusers the abusers will typically blame the abuse and excuse themselves because of reasons such as I work hard all day and you don't have any dinner ready when I get home. So you deserve to be hit. And other such statements. Full stop. The more abuse that takes place, the lower the self esteem of both parties becomes. Okay. The more abuse that takes place, the lower the self esteem of both parties become. Recipe of the week. Ingredients. Okay, I need that. Okay. The foundation of good makeup. Again for the women. Let me show you where my finger is. The foundation of good makeup. The foundation of good makeup. With a beautiful picture under it. Uh, I've been through almost every foundation known to a woman, and I can't seem to find one that lasts all day without coming off or leaving, without coming off or leaving a nasty yellow stroke, orange, whitish tint on my skin. Can you help me? Okay. Now, answer. That was the question. Answer. The method I use on my models and celebrities to keep their foundation from melting under hot lights will ensure all day coverage without the mess without the mess for you. One, fingers again. One, prime your skin with only the smallest amount of moisture to allow even coverage of the foundation. Two, next switch to wet stroke dry and in brackets, usually called 2-day, brackets close, 2-day foundation, like Paba. Paba spelled Paba, full stop. You can use it slightly wet with a sponge or apply it dry. Full stop. This type of foundation is not only long lasting, but blends in with most skin types for a natural look without the unflattering tint. Full stop. It can easily be retouched by wrapping the sponge with a small amount of a foundation and gently blotting. Full stop. Paragraph. A makeup lesson will make all the difference. You will be taught the type of foundation to use for your skin type and skin tone, and that will give you a flawless and natural finish all day long. Call second image and book for a lesson. Hey, beauty, 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 beauty. Okay. When your underarms are the pits. Question. The topic is what when your underarms are the pits. Question. I don't know what to wear. I am I have plenty of tank tops, but I can't get rid of this unsightly underarm razor burn. Full stop. I've tried changing soaps, shaving cream, and razors. What can I do? Answer. Before you shave, wet your underarm area and apply a small amount of hair conditioner. Full stop. Let it set for about a minute before shaving to allow the hair to soften. Sorry. To allow the hair to soften. Full stop. You will get a smoother, closer shave without the irritation. Paragraph. Paragraph. To diminish any irritation, chill wet, chill wet chamomile leaf baths. Well, I don't know everything. I don't know whether it's chamomile. Whether it's chamomile or chamomile. It's spelled Chamomile. Please pardon me for my ignorance. Chamomile tea bags. Let me take it again. To diminish irritation, chill out with chamomile tea bags and pat the shaved area for a few seconds. Chamomile has anti-inflammatory properties. Full stop. Also switch to a dry deodorant. Full stop. Have you tried waxing your underarms? Try it. Try it at Second Image Beauty Clinic. You will never shave your underarms again. Call 238-698 for an appointment. That's this business going on. Uh, PMP recipe of the week. Do we read it? Okay, it's food. It may help. Let's do that and then finish so as to finish this page completely. Uh, page 4. PMP recipe of the week. I've not been reading them, but I will try. So I will try now. Two tablespoon, 2 tablespoon vegetable oil, 2 tablespoon butter, 1 onion finely chopped, 1 small green pepper, seeded and diced. 2 large boiled potatoes, diced into brackets diced. A large can of corned beef, 1/4 teaspoon grated nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon paprika, 4 eggs, salt and black pepper, chopped fresh parsley to garnish, sweet chili sauce or potato sauce to serve. Method: heat heat the oil and butter together in a large frying pan and add the onion. Full stop. Fry for 5 to 6 minutes until softened. 2. In a bowl, mix together the pepper, potatoes, corned beef, nutmeg, and paprika and season well. Full stop. Add to the pan, add to the pan and toss gently to distribute the cooked onion. Full stop. Press down lightly and fry on a medium heat for about 3 to 4 minutes until a golden brown crust has formed on the bottom. 2. Stir the mixture through to distribute the crust. Then repeat the frying twice until the mixture is well browned. Full stop. Make 4 wells in the hash and crack an egg into each one. Cover and cook gently for about 4 to 5 minutes until the egg whites are just set. Sprinkle with chopped parsley. Sprinkle with chopped parsley and cut the hash into quarters. Serve hot with sweet chili sauce. Parsley is spelled Parsley. Until the egg whites are soft. Sprinkle with chopped parsley and cut the hash into quarters. Full stop. Serve hot with sweet chili sauce. Note: put the can of corned beef into the fridge to chill for about half an hour before using. It will firm up and cut into cubes more easily. Viewers, we'll stop here. I'll be just stepping out and start. Yes, yeah. Yeah, so we'll finish with page 4. In our next episode, we shall go to page 5, which is coping with life, steps to strengthen your confidence. 9 tips of being brief. 10 reasons for crisis in marriage, giving and receiving compliments. Money and the Christian Single by Rose Hansley. Rose Hansley, she writes beautiful scripts. Don't miss the next issue for the continuation. That's a warning, but I can't tell whether I missed it or not. Viewers, I will end here. So, in our next episode, this is where we are going to. What I've just read to you, page 5 of PMP of June 5 to 8, 2003. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. Ila likai. Bye bye. I hope this is my reason will be useful to some people, other men or women or beauticians or whatsoever. Thank you very much. Bye bye.